Well, hello there everyone, this is I Am Mark 3 and welcome back to the Tobosh Tangle on Factorio, where for the second time, I think it is, in the last 4 videos this week, I am not actually in the middle of a crisis, so I'm sorry, I know it's not as entertaining. Yeah, I was just looking at the signals there, that's fine. I know it's not as entertaining as when I'm going, panic, run, scream, gotta fix this, I've got to save that sector, I've got to do something. I'm actually, oops, hello there Coltrane. I was afraid it was going to run me over for a moment there. I'm actually doing okay at the moment. So yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint. What I'm doing right now is I am currently getting access to my ammo reserve from, well, because of how tightly packed things, this is again an age-old problem, sadly. From how tightly I've packed things into this sector of the base, I was having trouble figuring out how to get things out of the actual... Hang on. Is that... What? Why am I... Why is this sector not getting any steel? Did I cross the lines at some point and forget to untangle them? Which I have done before, by the way, so that is absolutely a fair thing to ask. Better put that there, yeah. Oh well. Oh, I've also been deploying a couple of logistic bots just to start moving things around so I can start automating a few bits and pieces. Like, I want them to start bringing me inventory. I'm not going to use them for transporting stuff around for the most part because I said that right at the start and I'm sticking to that. But I need to figure out why I've not got any steel suppliers coming up this way. There's steel coming through here. Very slowly though. Why is that so slow? What is going on? There's a bit more steel there. Yep. That's the steel main supply line here. Yep. There's something going on. Oh. Oh. Okay. Right. That is both a problem and something really easy to fix. Okay. The problem here is, quite simply, the fact that I have actually overloaded my supply of steel. What with all my recent changes and things. So my steel supply is not working very quickly. So that is the problem. Sounds relatively simple when you put it like that, doesn't it? Anyway, I need to hook this back up again, so I'm just put one there, pull that one out of there. Okay. That's the problem. Steel supply overloaded, not working too well. Solution. Because of all my latent running around and getting in a mess last episode, if I just quickly pull these things up here, I actually have access to exactly what I need to expand this basic steel production chain. All I have to do is divert this copper line around where it is, because, well, quite simply, that is what's needed. I'm going to have to manufacture some tunnels though. Yeah, make a bunch of yellow tunnels. I will automate that someday, sometime. I do swear that. I will get that building itself so I don't have to bother with it anymore. Maybe I should do that now, actually. No, I'm in the middle of something else. Don't get distracted. Damn it, now I just want to stop and do that. I'm sorry. I really do want to do that, and I'm not. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, getting the copper supply diverted so it goes around here instead. Pull that up, because I don't need it anymore. Pulled up a tree. I'm going to have to pull up a bunch of trees here, unfortunately. There's no way around it. So, yeah, sorry about that, but it's going to have to happen. I'm tearing down this area which I wanted to actually have, because quite simply I need the space for something else. Oh well. Okay, the plan is I'm going to just delete this blueprint I was using to expand stuff earlier, and I'm going to expand this. I'm going to expand my main steel production site, which is... Is it by the 6, actually? Okay, that's one pair of furnaces. Okay, normally I could do it like that, but the problem is that the tracks in the middle actually alternate where they put things. So is it like that? No. Actually, yes, that's it. It's a repeating sets of 4. Okay. So actually, cancel that. What I need to do really quickly actually is I need to pull everything out and reset this to be built with these more advanced pylons, because I don't have automatic production on wooden pylons and I'm trying to phase them out, so I don't want this place to build them. Even if I admit I do have a bunch of wooden pylons in my storage chest, because that's where I dumped them, seeing as I didn't have anywhere else to put them, which recommends itself highly to doing this. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that didn't... No. Hang on. One needs to be there. The next one will be there. You know what? For simplicity, I should just do it like this. I should just rebuild it as it was with my power poles, though admittedly in a slightly more compact order. So I'm going to use a whole bunch more power poles for this, but I have power poles to spare, and it means I'm not going to be sitting around trying to like, oh, do I do it this way? Do I do it that way? Should I do something? It's like, nope, don't need to. Just go ahead and just slam it down like this. The entire thing is supposed to be a temporary arrangement anyway, and it's only been there for like, oh, it's got to be over a month now since I built this thing. And it's still here, so yeah. Okay, that's running on more advanced power poles, so let's go ahead and... Oh, that's a slight problem there. Need to do that. Need to do that. Just to get it evened up so that it's all ready to connect. Okay. Grab this entire lot. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Make that. And then just lay it down like that. So there we go. And then I'm just going to... Is that the right place? Yep, so I'm just going to expand it like that as well. So the robots will come, the robots will chop down all these trees, and suddenly my steel production will more than double. I think that's all hooked up right, isn't it? Yeah, that looks like it's all hooked up right. Okay. Here come the bots now to do the work. They're just coming in to clear the trees, actually, so... Yep. Oh, here comes the swarm. Wow. I've got to admit, I do like how all these bots just come along and build stuff. It does make things so much easier, especially since I'm playing this by myself. If this was multiplayer, I'd have more people along building with me, so there is that. But I'm a weirdo with no friends. Yeah. I'm a weirdo with no friends, so I'm afraid that's not really much of an option. Now then, all the rest of it is coming down from somewhere else, so I'm going to have to leave that be. Why am I holding a... Why do I have a charging pad on me? That's strange. Anyway, something else of note, I've changed my production of these automatic rechargers to the big type, because I realised that they use the same parts exactly as these 4-point ones. They just use more of them, so I might as well be building the 9-point recharging stations instead. Yep, here they come. Autosave, thank you. Power's going in. There we go. Okay, steel supply improving. Now, let's get back on track. The good news is I haven't actually had another attack smashing into my northern sector. not since the pollution wave from that rumbling beneath the earth from the Armageddon mod, because that seems to be what it does. It attracts things from a much greater distance. So I was getting attacked by bases all the way up here, which, to be fair, I want to knock one of these bases, or both these bases actually would be a great idea, over at some point, because they've got 2 patches of iron ore and a patch of something else, which I don't know what that is, but it's a mineral, so I know I'm going to want it. Actually, do I have anything? No, I don't recognise it, so I don't know what that is. Either way, I'm going to want those minerals, so I'm going to have to knock those bases over at some point. That's how it works, effectively. Anyway, let's move on. I need to get this thing actually moving in terms of... Oh yeah. I'm being forgetful again. I built all those tunnels and then I didn't actually put them into use. So, I'm going to drop those into there. Off you go. That is just a car, don't mind that. Actually, no, I do need that, so I'm going to grab that. Right. Sorry, I'd never put this cargo wagon down because I thought, oh, I'm not going to use that. But I forgot, because of how I'm outfitting these trains, they each need to have 2 in front, 1 for repair packs, 1 for ammo, so that it can help support faraway bases. Let's put these cargo wagons into place like that. Okay, that's going into that for the oil train. Put these oil tankers on like that. They're a bit long. Yeah. I'm sorry if the webcam's a bit... This is my second week using it, so I do feel a lot more comfortable like showing myself to you guys, but it's not... It's... Well, if you saw the very first video I used it in, which was the RimWorld test video, I called it. Lovely title, absolutely riveting. I think like only 2 people actually bothered to watch it, which sadly is pretty good as far as my videos go. Yeah, I'm popular. But anyway, moving on. I did that, and then, well, that one was with it sitting on the monitor which sits next to the one I keep looking at, and so I did that. And then I had the suggestion to switch it to a kind of 3/4 profile, which is roughly what this is most of the time. So I did that. And that's the only feedback I have ever had about the webcam. Make it closer and do it 3/4 profile. So yeah, you guys are awesome for the amount of feedback I get. It does make me feel quite lonely sometimes. Yeah. Quite lonely. Oh well, I don't blame you guys. I mean, I'm only getting like... I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be feeling bad about how many people watch my videos. I put them out for the fun of it. That is my focus, my channel, my thing, my zen, as it were. This Factorio video series is actually a good example of why that is my focus, because I put it out for the fun of it. And honestly, Bob's Mods was confusing the hell out of me for such a long time. So it was really confusing. But then since I actually got a handle on it and my base actually became good enough to start building things, it's like, hey, this is actually fun. I'm having a lot more fun with it. So now that I actually have a basic handle on it, yeah, that's probably the best way to put it, a basic understanding of what's going on, I actually feel like I'm having a lot more fun with it. So basically since I brought the robots into it, I've been enjoying this mod a lot more, and enjoying these videos a lot more, and I've not really been playing up to the camera too much, I don't think. At least I hope I've not been. I'm going to leave that turret there because this area is not defended. I've not been playing up to the camera, so it's been legitimate reactions, but the main thing I'm struggling with is I've got to remember to actually look at the camera more, talk to you guys more, and do stuff like that. And ultimately, I just have to accept that, well, since the webcam first went on, and since the channel started running this thing, so in the last week, I've actually lost 2 subscribers. Yeah, doesn't sound like much, but it, yeah, it does leave me feeling kind of down, kind of uncertain about it, because like, oh, this is all fun. It's all for fun. I'm doing it for fun, but the feeling that someone doesn't want to watch my videos. I mean, I've got some videos that have gone out of late which haven't actually been watched at all by anyone. That does happen sometimes, sadly. But that has been going on. It kind of eats away at me a little bit. And I've got to admit to that. I've got to own up to it. A couple of things blowing up. Ooh, that's quite an attack wave to the south of the outpost this time. So yeah, the problem is, and this is one of the YouTube things, I don't know why they've gone. I don't know what I did wrong. And that's it. They've gone. They've just gone puff into the darkness. They've gone, and yeah, that's about it. I hate that attack's coming in at the gates actually, because that is actually the weak point in that particular wall. How should I lay this? Should I lay it like this? No, like this. Yeah, like this, yeah. This will have to do. New part of the curtain wall starting to go up. The bots will be coming momentarily. But I just need to get this thing hooked up, so there we go. Alright. Now then, something I did on the southeastern corner that I didn't spot until after I'd finished my last video was that I actually attached my ammunition line down there to the outer track, which is supposed to be for artifact collection whenever I get around to sorting that out. So it was on the wrong track, the guns couldn't actually load anything, and so it was actually all horribly vulnerable and still blowing up whenever an attack wave came through because there was nothing to defend it. So, yeah, whoops. Another whoops moment kind of thing. Build that up there, sure. Build that up there, yeah. This is going to be a nice section to expand into when the wall is actually up. There? Yep, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to have to be careful with this because this is actually a corner section. And it's reached roughly where I wanted, so it's going to be moving across here directly to the west. I need to work out how to fit it all in properly. So like that. Yeah, like that. Okay. Quick bit of customization required to actually get this stuff sorted out. And that's the fact that I don't want anything up past here. I'm going to have to lay these tracks manually, so put those into place there. Okay, I'm going to have to lay this bit of wall manually as well. Like that. Okay, that should be fine. Then I need to work it out for those sections as well while I'm up here. So. How should I do this? I'm going to tunnel under that bit out there actually so that it goes straight through. And then I can put something like this. And there we are. My big problem with the leaving system, the unsubscribing system for YouTube is quite simply the lack of feedback it gives. It's like, these guys have left. Okay, I'll respect that. They've gone. They don't want to watch my videos. But at most I'll get like 10 views, 7 to 10 views on these Factorio vids. So losing 2 people who might have been active people watching my videos is absolutely huge. If they were an active watcher. If they were an inactive watcher, then, well, they've not been watching my stuff anyway, so Yeah, but still feels bad. But admittedly, it's not the biggest thing that's messed me up lately, but it's still one of the major ones, and it's one of my bugbears, I guess you could say, at the moment. So, okay, yeah, this will all get done. Can I pick that up from here? No. But I need to pick that up because I need to get the tunnels across, and I need to get the power supply across as well. So I'm going to actually lay a couple of power pylons across here. And sadly, with that rant and my bringing down the mood a little bit, by the way, my average watch time is 6 minutes. Sorry, bringing the mood down even further. It's probably something to do. It's probably connected. I'm not that interesting to watch, I guess, but still kind of irritating. Whatever. That is sadly also the end of the video. So I'm getting stuck in the trees. I can't move. Through here? Yep, through here. Yep. Oh yeah, that's the artifact line. I need to get the other line through. So it gets ammo. Might be an idea. There we go. So yeah, this has been Iron Mark III. Thank you very much for watching my video. It is appreciated, even if there is such a lack of interaction going on. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you some other time on some other video, if that is your viewing pleasure. I'll see you later.